Hello, welcome to the Mum Boss Method podcast. If you are watching me on YouTube, I just had to stop my video because I went all blurry. I'm coming to you today. It's Sunday afternoon. I'm a little bit windswept. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the state of my hair, but that's because I've had a lovely morning with some of my mum bosses. We went out for a lovely walk and then brunch, and it was a little bit windy, a little bit chilly, but sunny, and it was gorgeous. And yeah, my hair's quite big, but hey, it doesn't matter. What am I here to talk to you about today? I am here to talk to you about morning and evening routines. Now listen, before you go, oh, Chrissy, are you gonna sit and tell us that we need to meditate for 5 minutes and then we need to you know, I don't know, bow down to the moon and no, right, no, I'm not even going to sit here and really tell you about my morning and evening routines because they adapt and they change. But I have made some changes recently and really, again, reminded myself of why it is so important to have a strong routine in the morning and the evening. And I thought that I'd remind all of you again. I need a drink. I've been for a run as well as a long walk today, so I'm really thirsty. Mm. So I thought I would remind all of you why it's so important to set yourself up for a great day and to wind down at the end of the day. And actually, your evening routine is so important for setting yourself up in the morning as well. And I recently listened to Mel Robbins' podcast about the things that she does to set herself up for a great day. I can't remember the name of the title of her podcast, but it's what got me really thinking about how my days work for me and how I set myself up. So I want you to picture this and see if any of this resonates with you. Okay, are you the type of person who snoozes the alarm, or you have to have several alarms set because you really struggle to get out of bed in the morning? And then you do get up and you are then rushing around because you've gotten up, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes later than you needed to. And now you're running late. And then, whether you've got small kids or teenage kids or no kids and it's just you, you're then thinking, oh, well, I didn't sort my lunch out the night before, so now I've got to try and sort lunch out. Or maybe you even just go, you know what, I'll just grab something on my way. You kind of run out the door with a cup of coffee in a thermal mug, a slice of toast in your mouth. And I'm gonna really be really honest with you. Like, are you one of those women who then like puts their makeup on in the car? That does things to me, that um unpleasant things, because I think it's really irresponsible and it's really dangerous, and that's my opinion and I'm entitled to it. But my point is, are you like in a rush and then obviously you're battling the traffic to get to work, or everything is really last minute, and then there only has to be a slight little bit of a delay on your way to work, and or something happens, or you stub your toe, and because you're already stressed before you've left the house, that day just feels like on the back foot and feels like it's an absolute wreck anyway. And then because you're a busy woman and you've got a lot of responsibilities, you go through your day and you are, busy, busy, busy. You get home and it's late. You open the fridge, you look what's for dinner, you cook that, you clean up, you deal with whatever else has got to be dealt with, and then you kind of collapse down on the sofa and put on Netflix or put on Love Island to like numb out and reward yourself for having made it through the day. And then you drag yourself up to bed too late because you got, sidetracked by the Netflix or the Love Island, and then you start the day over again the next day, and it's like rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And What I really want to share with you is that you are keeping yourself stuck and in stress mode by starting and ending your days like this. Okay. And I know you need your sleep, and I know you love your sleep, and I know your bed is so comfy and warm and so much more pleasant than some of the things you have to do during the day. But you are keeping yourself stuck in stress, you are keeping yourself on the back foot, and you are not setting yourself up for the most successful day. And setting yourself up for the most successful day starts in the evening. Okay, it starts by thinking about all of the things that you have to do to make the next day super easy for you. You know, to make it like an an absolute breeze the next morning. And what I mean by that is doing the things like, can you prepare your breakfast and prepare your lunches the night before so you don't have to do it the next morning? This drives me mad about my husband. I do our breakfasts, but he insists on doing his lunch the morning of. And on a Monday, when he has to, or a Wednesday, what day is it? He goes to the gym both Monday and Wednesday, but he has to be there at 7:30 on a Wednesday. And he's, at 7:05 when he should have left, he's making his lunch. It drives me absolutely mental because he could have done it the night before. But are you setting yourself up? So some of the things that I do is I sort out all the breakfasts for the next day. I sort out my snacks. I have normally, done things like air fried some sweet potatoes. I've got cooked chicken. I've got salad in the fridge that I can whack together, whether it's, a quick salad or a wrap or something for my lunch. I've done the breakfast, I've got all of that ready. I even go as far as putting my cup out for my coffee the next morning and my supplements to take in the morning as well. And one of the things that I've recently added to that is my hydration and creatine that I have every day as well. And I put those out the night before so that all I have to do is boil the kettle, top up my hydration and creatine with water in my bottle, and I'm good to go, right? But it's not just that. It's thinking about, okay, what are you going to wear the next day? So for me, most of the time, I am wearing gym kit. In fact, every morning I put gym kit on because I'm either working out, I'm doing a live workout, I'm going to the gym myself, or I'm walking the dog, or I'm running. So my gym kit is put in the bathroom the night before every single evening without fail. Because I get up so much earlier than Tom, I don't want to be rooting around the drawers and waking him up. That's not fair. I'd be mad at him if he did that to me. And then it's thinking about what do you need to do to get yourself wound down so that you get a good night's sleep. So for me, something that I have done for the last 7 nights is sleep with my phone out of the office, out of the bedroom. I leave it to charge in the office overnight so that I can't be scrolling on my phone before bed. And I know I sleep best if I read in bed. Sorry, my phone's dinging because I've forgotten to put it on Do Not Disturb. I know I sleep best if I read before bed and I'm in bed a good 30 to 45 minutes before I need to go to sleep. So I make sure at the earliest opportunity of the evening, I'm in my pajamas, my face is washed, my HRT is on, my night creams are on, and that I'm ready to get into bed. All I have to do is brush my teeth and get into bed, and then I can read. So set yourself up the night before to make the next day as easy as possible. And then moving into the next day, work out what time you need to get up. I need a drink again. Work out what time you need to get up. And if you are a snoozer, I really want to challenge you to try and not snooze. Okay. Scientific evidence shows that if we snooze, we wake up more tired because we are pushing ourselves back into a deeper sleep, which is harder to get out of. So I challenge you to not snooze. I also challenge you to get up 10, 15 minutes earlier than you feel you need to. And give yourself that little bit of extra time. I love my little bit of peaceful time in the morning where I can have a cup of coffee and plan my day. And actually, just going back to the evening, what I have started doing of an evening is tidy my desk and write my to-do list for the next day. So the point of the morning is we want to start the morning is in as most positive way as possible. For me, that looks like everything is laid out ready from the night before. It looks like my to-do list is done. I know what's in my diary, so I'm not likely to miss anything. And for me, that also means having a nice cup of coffee and writing some gratitude and spending some time journaling every single morning. Now, there are 2 mornings of the week where I meet my best friend in the gym at 6 a.m. and I resisted getting up at 5 to do that. And I was like, oh, I can get up at 20 past 5, make get changed quickly, brush my teeth, make a quick coffee in a thermal mug, and then I can just be in the car by 25 to 6 and just meet Lucy at the gym at 6. But it meant 2 mornings of the week I wasn't journaling, I wasn't setting my day up positively, I was rushing. And if I'd by some chance forgot to put something in the bathroom that I needed to wear, I'm then like worrying about it. Or if, I've gotten up and I didn't realise it was frosty, I've then got to defrost my car. So I'm rushing and I'm late. So I suck it up, back up, and I get up those 2 mornings a week. I get up at 5, I get myself ready. I'm downstairs by 10 past 5 with the kettle on. I let the dog out. I bring my coffee upstairs and I sit and I do my gratitude and I do my journaling. Now, that might not be what you want to spend time with or doing. That might not be the ideal morning routine for you. That's what works for me. Okay. I love having, even on the mornings I don't have to get up at 5 and I get up at 6, I love having that little bit of time to myself, quiet time. And on those mornings, it's only like half an hour, but I have that little bit of time before anyone else is up, and I absolutely love it. And for me, I notice if I don't move first thing in the morning, I have a more sluggish day. So on Wednesdays, it's a complete rest day for me. I do not exercise other than walking the dog, and I don't walk the dog until a little bit later. So I'm up at 6 and I don't move my body properly until about 20 to 8 when we leave the house and Charlie walks to the bus stop and I walk the dog. And I always notice I'm a little bit more sluggish on those days. So guess what I'm putting in this week? I'm going to put in a little 10-minute yoga flow that I can do in the living room just to wake me up and see if that improves. So that is something that I really want you to think about doing. How can you move? Even if it's 10 bodyweight squats and 10, I don't know, jumping jacks while you're making the coffee or the tea first thing in the morning. How can you move your body? Okay. And then, I'm off moving, I'm starting my day. And that is what sets me up. And then the other thing is, because I've already got my breakfast and everything ready the night before, I have absolutely nothing to worry about in terms of feeding myself when I'm back from my exercise or my walk. So what I want you to think about, and this was all inspired by the little robin that has started coming and visiting my garden every morning to have his breakfast. I want you to think about, what are you not doing? What could you be doing? What could you add in that makes your evening set you up well for the next day, set you up with the best night's sleep and set you up well for the next day? And then and then how can you set your morning up to make you have the most positive day? Because I tell you something, when I stub my toe on a day when I haven't set myself up for the day, that toe stub is so much worse than when I have set myself up better. And it's just a more positive way for me to end my days and start my days. So whatever that looks like for you, I want you to think about doing it. think about implementing it. Don't try and change everything all at once. I want you to just change a couple of things. Just make a couple of changes for yourself. Okay, now I have set all of this out in a lovely document for you. If you would like that document, I want you to come and find me. All of my details are on the show notes to this podcast. I can send that straight to you if you would like help setting up your morning routine. Okay, little 15-minute one for you. I'm loving these little short, sharp ones because I feel like I've got loads of energy when I do them and when I just have a couple of bullet points to go from. Okay, have an amazing day. Have an amazing week. I'm excited to hear about how you change up your morning and evening routines to make your days work better for you. Make it easy. Have an awesome day. Love you loads. Bye.